Hello and welcome to Reboot Theater. I'm your host, the Invisible Man, and let me just say, Happy Halloween! I usually don't upload new episodes 2 days in a row, but this series was so interesting I just had to talk about it. This is Chilling Tales of Sabrina. When someone mentions Sabrina the Teenage Witch, most people think of Archie comics, or the cartoon, or the Melissa Joan Hart series. Usually the character is portrayed in a lighthearted fashion, using her magic in a funny way to deal with everyday problems. But in a world where Riverdale exists, lighthearted just isn't in right now. So this incarnation of Sabrina is a much darker take on the character, which you may see as a good thing or a bad thing. Is it worth checking out? Let's take a look. The series opens with our main character, Sabrina Spellman, at the movies with her friends. Ha! Amateurs. I've seen what actual horror looks like. Sabrina's 16th birthday is fast approaching, and on that day she'll have to make a choice. To stay with her mortal friends and lose all her witch powers, or to become a full witch and leave her friends forever. She lives in the town of Greendale with her 2 aunts, and also her cousin Ambrose.
I remember the week before my dark baptism. It felt as if my real life were finally beginning. I barely slept.
Sabrina is understandably nervous about this because she's giving up everything in her life to pledge loyalty to the devil. Oh, sorry, the Dark Lord. That's what they call him. Sabrina's family is part of a satanic cult known as the Church of Night. The church prays to Satan as their god and is anti-theistic towards the Christian god.
We very recently took things to the next level.
He hasn't defiled you, has he?
Not that it's anyone's business, but no.
Praise Satan.
On a witch's 16th birthday, she is required to sign her name in the Book of the Beast and obey the Dark Lord's every command without question. Yeah, so this was a really bold move for the show. This could have very easily gone off the rails and went the same way Riverdale did, to the point where the characters were made so dark they became unrecognizable.
Why the hell are you not living at home?
Truth is, things aren't good at home.
With your dad?
Yeah. He kind of fell off the wagon. My mom couldn't take that roller coaster anymore, so she grabbed Jelly Bean and went to live with her grandparents.
Jughead Jones, everybody! Isn't he hilarious? But surprisingly, Sabrina deals with this extremist viewpoint in a very mature way. I don't think the message of the show is pro-Satanism. I think it's more of a secular view of extremist cults in general. The witches believe Satan is all-knowing, all-powerful, and the greatest higher power in the universe, which is the same thing fundamentalists believe about their gods. They are also willing to do whatever he says without question, just like fundamentalists. And because they are so devout, they don't even wonder why they are asked to do these things.
It is our sacred duty and honor to serve the Dark Lord. The extraordinary, delicious gifts he bestows on us in return for signing his book.
Just like fundamentalists. So no, this isn't an attack on Christianity. This is an attack on extremism. People that take their ideology way too far. A prime example of this is the way Hilda and Zelda are portrayed. Hilda is a moderate member of the Church of Night. Yes, she worships Satan, but she also believes in giving others the right to choose for themselves, and not imposing her beliefs by force. Which is why, next to Sabrina, she's one of my favorite characters. She's proof that people with different viewpoints can get along and can coexist. Now, Zelda, on the other hand, oh boy. You know those people that watch televangelists at 3 o'clock in the morning because they have literally no lives, and they actually believe every word that comes out of the preacher's mouth? Well...
If Sabrina does not sign her name in the Book of the Beast, we will have failed him and the Dark Lord. So fair warning, sister. Any silly doubts or regrets you feel, keep them to yourself.
She's not just drinking the Kool-Aid, she has an IV hooked up to her neck. Zelda is by far the most disturbed, depraved, insufferable character on the entire show.
Zelda! My turnips! They're coming out marvelously this year!
It was on Hilda.
She annoyed me, so I killed her and buried her in the yard.
Down freak, she comes back. Apparently it's like a running gag to her.
Each slaying, it takes you longer to resurrect.
Eventually, there will come a time when I bury you and you will stay buried. I'm your older sister, Hilda. It's my Satan-given right to kill you as many times as I please.
Zelda, are you off your meds again? I have meds? While Hilda sets a good example, Zelda is portrayed as a cautionary tale. She wants nothing more than to please the Dark Lord, and because of that, she is completely void of all sympathy. This was most effectively explored in a dream sequence, where Zelda dreamt that the Dark Lord was coming to her home to have dinner with the family. Desperate to win his approval, she roasts one of the children in her study group, what parents, and serves him to the Dark Lord. But after learning it was a child of his own church that was roasted, the Dark Lord rejects her offering and instead favors Hilda's vegetable pie. And here's the best scene of the whole series so far. The Dark Lord favors Hilda, and Zelda is devastated. She has no life of her own, so without a master to worship, she is nothing. Then out of jealousy, she kills her sister again, and then buries Hilda out in the yard. But this time, the Dark Lord informs her Hilda won't be coming back. She will stay dead. And only then do we see Zelda's true colors.
I was always so cruel to her. Now she's gone.
Who's gone?
My only sister. And I treated her like hell rot.
Again, this happened in a dream sequence, so none of it is canon. But it's such amazing commentary about how some people think religion is the only thing that matters. Even more than family. Zelda wanted to be the Dark Lord's favorite. So when Hilda beat her out of the title, she didn't think it was fair that she, the most obedient of all followers, should be rejected for her sister, who is a moderate member of the church. And there lies the message of the show. All things in moderation. Sabrina is the hero because she refuses to decide between her mortal friends and her witch family.
There is another path for me, just as there was for my father and mother. A third way. And even if there isn't, my name is Sabrina Spellman, and I will not sign it away.
Choosing all or nothing doesn't work. Everyone needs to have a light side for morality and a dark side to stand up for themselves in the face of danger. People that have only one or the other are unbalanced, which is the central theme of the show. Sabrina is mostly good, but also dabbles in dark arts, such as when she enacts a spell to torment a mean principal.
Spider, oh spider, pray do you not see? Here comes a big, buzzing, blundering bee. He'll spoil your fine net while you fume and you fret.
And that's all I'm going to show you. If you want to see more, watch the show. Be warned, it gets pretty creepy. At her dark baptism, Sabrina decides she's not content with signing her life away, and she runs off from the ceremony, making the high priest extremely upset. So Sabrina strikes up a deal where she will be able to attend mortal school and keep her mortal friends, provided she also study at the Academy of Dark Arts on the weekends. But that doesn't satisfy the devil.
I admire your defiance, girl, but you will sign my book. You will beg to sign it.
I don't think so.
You think this is a contest? You think that you can defeat me? You cannot.
So yeah, this show actually has a lot to offer. If you're a fan of horror, this may be a worthwhile series to check out. There are some really disturbing things on this show, like the Feast of Feasts, which I'm not even going to talk about here. There's some things that just can't be put into words. And I purposely didn't give away much of the plot because it's a really interesting story and I don't want to spoil it. So many emotional moments, powerful magic, a family dynamic, a mystery element to Sabrina's past. I would recommend this series to anyone looking for a good Halloween show. I'm the Invisible Man, and when there's a really good gritty reboot, I got it covered.